My name is Diana Maria Riva here at La Leaf, celebrating 25 years. And screening of Millie. Can't wait.
Amazing, amazing. You're doing some great things. I mean, honestly, I was a big fan of Gordita Chronicles, right? My gosh, my whole family. We're, but
that was a love.
everything you do is excellent. What are you doing now?
I was approached by my girl Eva Longoria and her production studio Hyphenate Media about doing a podcast, and I said no. And then we talked about it, and just really discovered about the voice of women in the Gen X generation and midlife, because there's so much more to it that our mothers didn't talk about, especially Latina mothers. And so we did. We launched it with iHeartRadio called How Hard Can It Be? And we talked to all women of that season of life and navigating the BS of it, the ups and downs, the glories, the curveballs. And I have guests like Eva Longoria and Gina Torres and Lisa Vidal and Judy Reyes and Justina Machado and all these women, Kim Fields, Holly Robinson Pete, all these women that it's not about the red carpet. It's not about the glam. It's not about the movie that they were in or the show that they did for 10 years. It's about being a woman at this chapter and what we don't know or what we don't think we know, but the rest of us are all experiencing. Now that we're communicating about it, we know more.
Wow, that's an amazing sisterhood. Now,
Yes.
I'll be honest with you, from a male perspective, Latino male, Chicano male perspective, I'm seeing women blow up. They are just skyrocketing. So the perfect season for that. I'm a bit of advocate for Gen X. That's us, right? We're different. So what do you see? So you have the podcast coming up. What are you leading women for? You're a leader. Eva's a leader. What's the plan? How are you leading women to the next 10, 20 years?
Through the podcast? Through the podcast, I want to lead women to have this conversation because I'm first generation Dominican, born and raised in Cincinnati, Ohio, which throws people off all the time. But what I noticed was my squad of women back in Cincinnati, who I still see twice a year, my squad of women out in Hollywood, we have different daily lives, but we're going through the same thing. We're complaining and frustrated and questioning the same things. So I want us to continue to talk about this so that we connect with resources, information, and navigate these chapters. We are not women that are in retirement. Society may like to tell a 50-year-old woman you're about near retirement or you're about over. Our bodies throw things at us that make us think that way. But we have aging parents and we have children that are still dependent on us and we're still working. So we are sandwiched there with so much responsibility. So we need to talk about it more, laugh about it, or cry laughing. And as far as our art, the women in this town, the Latinas in this town, actress Lisa Vidal and I were the co-founders of Latinas Acting Up, where we implore to magnify the visualization of Latinas in front of and behind the camera. We have to keep making these projects and we have to show reciprocity. If I come here for you, you need to come here for me and support, because that way we'll be our own pipeline of success.
That's it. I say this all the time, that the days are over when Latinos step on each other to get to the other side. We're going to lock arms and do it together.
That's right.
That's what you're doing. Latinas Acting Up. We'll end it with this, because I know you got to go. What is the future of Latinas Acting Up?
The future Latinas Acting Up is producing our own short films, producing our own verticals for those that aren't in the union, constantly being creative, producing content, being in front, recognizing more and creating spaces for those women to be in front of and behind the camera, to be decision makers, to be a big network of collaboration.
Amazing. Okay. If people want to follow you, your podcast, how can they do that?
My podcast is on iHeartRadio, the free app, on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, called How Hard Can It Be, or wherever you get your podcasts. And you can follow me on Instagram on Diana Maria Riva and TikTok on Diana Maria Riva.
That was great. Think about that. There's a lot of excitement in this room. That was the best interview we ever had. It was great.